Fantastic. It has whet the appetite all week. The referee, maybe slightly controversially for some, is Paolo Tagliavento. But let's hope the talk tonight is not about referees. Let's hope that it's about a terrific game. There's Angelo Alessio, who stands on the touchline tonight for Juve. Of course, Conte doing the work in midweek. Remember, Inter have won their last 8 official matches, and Inter will come here feeling they have a chance. So what will it be tonight in Turin? Will it be the Juve machine for 50 times in a row? Or will it be Inter to finally end things? Remember, the record is 58. That wonderful Milan side under Capello. And if Juve can not be beaten tonight, they will overtake Arsenal and go from 49 to 50. Stuart, I know you like to watch things from a tactical point of view. Do you think Stramaccioni's taken a risk here tonight?
Well, the one area he's taken a risk is in that central midfield area, because Pirlo could have lots of the ball, and how are they going to stop him playing?
And Asamoah breaking forward right at the start of the game. Big chance! Unbelievably, Arturo Vidal gives Juve the lead in the derby after 20 seconds. An extraordinary start into court, stone cold, Stuart.
Absolutely, it's a good run in behind, but Vidal, as he so often does, from that midfield area, and he can make those runs because he knows he's got Pirlo behind him. Inter were caught too high up the field, the ball gets played in behind. Oh, it's offside. When the ball was played, it was offside, no question about that. Flag should have gone up. It's a shot at goal, but it ends up being a cross, and Vidal gets there before Nagatomo. But that's poor play from the assistant referee. That's the pass there from Vucinic to Asamoah, and he was offside. But Vidal always getting in to the danger area. What a start for Juve. Now Milito's on the right, Palacio through the middle, Cassano on the left.
Now Giovinco. Juve getting players forward in support again. Vucinic was loitering in behind, and Marchisio threw himself at that. And Inter nearly found themselves 2 down. Is this Juve Roma all over again? Oh, lovely pass from Pirlo. Marchisio is denied brilliantly by Handanovic, who maybe keeps Inter in the game.
Great move from Juve. What a run as well. You see Cambiasso and Zanetti behind the two centre. Why the two centre-halves want to squeeze for offside there? They've got to see the run of Marchisio, and he just slices it off the outside of his boot, doesn't he? What a bit of movement, and what a pass from Pirlo.
And it is worth remembering that for all Juve are on this headline-making run of not being beaten, Inter are on a great run themselves. And this always looked like being, and should be, Juve's sternest test of this season with respect to Napoli.
Yeah, ball played round the corner. There's a little foul on Cassano, tried to play the double 1-2.
Played in, and it won't count. It was taken quickly, but it's been ruled out.
Offside given. Right play from Inter. Oh, it's not. His top half is offside, but Asamoah went to sleep. Barzagli went to sleep. Good invention from Inter. Giovinco, Marchisio, then there's 2 players in the near post space.
Said they go short to Antonio Cassano. Buffon had given up, just didn't curl enough.
When you go and close Cassano down in those areas, you've got to go on his right foot. It's a great effort from him. How many times over the years have we seen him pick the ball up in that area, either to bend the ball into that far post, either to deliver a cross or pass the ball into a dangerous area.
That's poor from Cambiasso, chested down by Vucinic. Oh, great pass from Chiellini, and it's a foot race, and it's Giovinco to flick it inside. And Zanetti did just enough there to get across and thwart Giovinco.
Once again, the crowd very unhappy with Giovinco there. That was a great opportunity.
Asamoah looking to get some change out of Zanetti. Well, balloons difficult, and Handanovic in the end did the right thing.
Well, Asamoah very direct. Didn't really work Zanetti infield before he went outside of him. So Zanetti have just about got a block in, which lifted the ball up into the air. There's no way Giovinco is going to head balls in from that sort of cross.
Pirlo with the deep cross to Chiellini. Watchfully away by Palacio. And that's a really awkward header, and Giovinco couldn't take advantage.
He was offside anyway, I think. But good defending from Palacio in the box, because that was a dangerous situation. Here the ball comes back. Well, he wasn't offside again, was he? But it was given. Up goes the flag.
For once, a match that has really lived up to the hype. Here's Chiellini. Dying embers of the first half. Barzagli. There is the half-time whistle from Tagliavento. Arturo Vidal gave Juve the lead after just 18 seconds. Inter thought they'd equalise when Palacio's header was ruled out for offside. Lichtsteiner might have been sent off and has since been substituted. You could say that it's been fairly eventful. We'll be back with highlights in the second half live soon. Half-time, Juve lead by 1-0. And welcome back to the Juventus Stadium here in Turin, and Juve lead by 1-0. They've had to make a change at half-time as well. Nicholas Bentner is on. Mirko Vucinic had that calf injury and has gone off. And that is certainly a blow for Juve, you would feel. Did you feel Inter just edged the first half potentially, Stuart? I know Juve got the goal and had other chances, but Inter had a lot of possession.
They did have a lot of possession, but they didn't make the most of it, and I thought Juve created the better chances. And because they're 1-0 up, I just feel as though Juve could play at their own pace in that first half. If they needed to up the tempo, I think they could have done.
Well, 50 games unbeaten is on. Juve have to avoid conceding twice in this second half. And we just wait for Signor Tagliavento, and we get back underway. Asamoah. No pressure on Bonucci in possession here. And he's decided to go on a run here, Bonucci! And that ended up being a good save by Handanovic.
Anticipates again there.
Chiellini wanted a bit of what Bonucci was doing, but he's given it away, and this is Diego Milito, and it's 3 against 2. He had Cassano to one side, Palacio here to the other. Oh, what a waste for Inter.
Oh, Chiellini came out, they lost the ball high up the field, and suddenly Vidal didn't want to track back. Pirlo was out the picture, and there was a 3 versus 2 situation. Must hit the target, Palacio. The one thing you can't do is go over the bar. What an opportunity.
Well, Cassano stands over it. 5 in the Juve wall. Can he conjure up a little bit of magic here? But it's played low, and Milito felt he was tugged from behind, and he's given it, I think. The additional assistant, I think, has given the penalty for a foul on Diego Milito. Tagliavento points to the spot, and they often say, judged from the reaction of the players, Inter clearly thought it was a penalty, And there it is, Stuart.
There's no question about it. It's Marchisio that pulls Milito's shirt. The referee didn't see it, or didn't want to give it. It was one of the officials behind the goal that gave it. Should I say the assistant referee? But there was the tug, Marchisio. No question about it. Good decision that the officials have made here. And the man that was tugged back's got the chance to bring them back into the game.
And a man who has never scored against Juve in an Inter shirt. What a moment to bring them back into it. Diego Milito! Inter draw level in the Derby d'Italia. Milito fouled. Milito punishes Juve. And this controversial night takes another twist.
Well, Buffon tries to just stand there. He wasn't going to make his mind up. He was going to wait for what Milito did. So he stands there and he stands there. But the shot was hit with too much power and pace. Well, if the game wasn't good enough in the first half, it certainly is now.
Three goals in 3 games now for the Prince, Diego Milito. But we know all about Juve's habit of striking late. Will they be able to do it here as Jovinko piles forward? Now then, what's the decision? This time, no penalty.
Absolutely right as well. Jovinko did well to go past the first player, but Gargano once again showed what a good defensive midfield player he is. Scurrying back, he got in a good position and just knocked Jovinko off the ball. Certainly no penalty from my point of view. Well, I think Juve caused himself a slight problem. They tried to play on the counter-attack. They allowed Inter to have the ball, and now Inter are back into the game. Juve haven't been able to pick their game up again.
Forward by Guarín for Palacio, only Milito in the middle. Palacio picks him out. Cambiasso, great tackle. Caceres did just enough, or else Inter were ahead. Guarín again. Surely Palacios fouling Asamoah. And Juve get the throw.
Good full-back play. Caceres getting round on the cover. Palacio gets away from Chiellini. Well, I don't think he's defended quite as well as he normally does. And what a good ball it was into the box. Barzali defended that well.
Just saw Paul Pogba. Wonder if we'll see him for Juve in these final 15 minutes. Man who has conjured up a couple of late goals for Juve. Inter unquestionably going for it. Guarín! Oh, chance for the drive-in! Diego Milito does it again! And Inter are 15 minutes away from ending Juve's unbeaten run at 49. What a turnaround in the Derby d'Italia.
Well, Vidal, it's a poor pass in midfield, Inter win it back, but what pace from Guarín, driving forward, good substitution. Guarín driving away from the challenge, goes past Chiellini, Vidal can't get back at him. Buffon, I think, does most things right. It's a good save for him the first time round. Maybe he could push it away a bit further, but Milito gets there first. And all he has to do is keep it down. What a game we've got here. What a good strike that was from Guarín. But it was Vidal giving the ball away in a dangerous area that caused the problem.
Way by João Jesus. What Inter mustn't do is just sit back and invite pressure here. Here's Pirlo. Can he save his side? It's a great hit. And Handanovic got a touch on it.
That was the lazy strike I was talking about. He doesn't try to hit it with too much power. He makes great connection with it, and he just gets his standing leg off the ground. See it so many times. A team goes on a great unbeaten run. They lose one, then they lose 2 or 3.
And that's a terrible pass, and it's intercepted by Bendtner, and now he's out of position. Handanovic, but Cambiasso with all his experience back there and taking control.
I've got to say, this was almost a great effort, wasn't it, from Bentner? Gargano with a poor back pass. Bentner does well. Can't see any other options. He tries to bend it into that far corner. Very enthusiastic from the assistant behind the goal.
Now, wouldn't this be something? 2 minutes left, Pirlo from long range.
Surely can't score from here.
Angles it towards Vidal. Nagatomo half won it. And then it was Guarín who got it away. Again, the ball played in towards Bentner this time, looking for Marchisio. Surrendered too easily, and now Guarín can break. Nagatomo's charging forward on the far side. It's a brilliantly measured ball. Inter can finish it here. It's Yuto Nagatomo. And down he goes under pressure from Chiellini, but I think the referee was right there. Back to Palacio. This to finish Juve! The run stops at 49. Inter have stormed Turin. Juve beaten for the first time in this stadium. Beaten for the first time in 49 games. They won't get to 50, and the title race is very much on. 2 for Milito, 1 for Palacio. A famous, famous night.
Well, they're all over the place now, Juventus. They've stopped defending, and Palacio gets in behind the centre-halves. Asamoah tries to go round, but it was a great counter-attack before that. Nagatomo making the forward run. I'm not sure he wanted to make the run when it started out. He had to think about it. Should I stay in my defensive position? But they worked it really well, and nothing that Buffon can do about it in the end. And that surely is the record broken. Lovely little toe poke from Palacio, who you quite rightly said has had an excellent game. His positional play has really been good.
6 minutes of stoppage time maybe means it isn't over, which has now mysteriously gone down to 3. 10 seconds left. Juve defend their run with pride right to the end. Here's Quagliarella, deflected behind, but there isn't time. There isn't time. And there are many who thought that it would never end, but it ends here tonight. Inter have beaten Juve by 3 goals to 1. And the run for Juve of unbeaten matches stops at 49, just like it did for Arsenal. Capello's Milan on 58 will remain untouchable for many, many years to come, I suspect. And Stuart Robson just summed that up, not just for tonight, but for the last 2 years.
Well, Juventus have been brilliant, haven't it? I always thought even when they were down in games they could get back. Not tonight, because Inter defended well, they closed well in midfield, and they had to get back into the game. Great start from Juventus. They looked as though they were going to take the game away, but in the end, Inter probably just about deserved it.
I know you can't believe your eyes, but trust me, it has happened. Serie A has come alive tonight. They are beatable. Only Inter believed it, but they are beatable. And Inter closed 2 within a point. Juve 28, Inter 27. But more pertinently on this remarkable night in Turin, Juve 1, Inter 3, Milito with 2, Palacio with 1, and all of that after Arturo Vidal had given Juve the early lead. A night of extraordinary note, and we hope you enjoyed it. Inter win in Turin.